there's a very good possibility that USF could miss the American Conference Championship game. There's some variables that need to happen. There are a ton of one-loss teams in that conference right now, and they get to play one of those one-loss teams this week in Navy, who is technically at the top of the conference. They have not had a signature win. They had a chance to get one against North Texas, and they lost 31-17. But again, with the way Navy plays, that style of football, they're going to likely be in the game. And for USF, the other game for them that I think they would like to have back was the Memphis game. They lost that game. There were some questions for Memphis on who was going to be playing at quarterback because Lewis was hurt. He ended up playing, I believe, in that game anyway. And Memphis came out as surprise victors in a lot of ways against USF. They could be even higher in these rankings if they didn't lose that game, obviously. Iowa, they're going to play USC now. They're going to go to USC after being home against Oregon. And in my opinion, in a lot of ways, missing a lot of opportunities to solidify themselves and win that game against Oregon. They honestly controlled most of the game, but Oregon was able to sustain a few late drives, put up some points. There was a safety that happened very early in the game that I think Iowa wished did not happen because they lose this game by 2 points, and that safety comes back to bite the Hawkeyes. So I still think there's some probability for Iowa to get into the playoff. They would have to beat USC and win out, beat Nebraska as well. But I think there's a lot of Big Ten teams that are positioned to sneak in to the back half of the playoff if they win out. USC if they win out. Iowa if they win out. Michigan.
I assume BYU would move back up a little bit. Utah could move back up. Georgia Tech, if they get a win. I say Notre Dame loses because I really do think Pitt has a really good chance to win this game. How far does Pitt move up? Does Pitt jump some of these groups of Big Ten teams, right? Iowa, Louisville, Virginia, Michigan, because Pitt would then have 2 ranked wins. They did beat Florida State when they were ranked. So, and you see the committee clearly values Notre Dame, having them this high with 2 losses. So there are definitely a lot of chaos scenarios here, and I really do think some of them are likely. I will say, I think Pitt beating Notre Dame is much more likely than Texas winning at Georgia or Oklahoma winning at Bama. I think Georgia and Bama are favorited and for good reason, but I think I would have to pick Notre Dame as kind of my top upset for the week, or at least the most likely.